Hello, this is just a video about how I'm kind of trying to conceive. And when I say kind of, I mean that I would really want to have, I really want to have another child. I really do. But when I think about pregnancy, I remember like the morning sickness and the horrible mood swings and all of that. And that kind of, when I think about that, I'm like, oh my God, maybe not. And the other thing is, too, that having PCOS, it makes fertility kind of a struggle. And I think that that's what I'm battling right now, because I do have a 4.5-year-old son. So I was able to get pregnant. But after giving birth to him, we did not use condoms, and I've never been on birth control. And yet we have not had another kid. You know, maybe I've miscarried and I didn't know about it, but yeah, I haven't gotten pregnant. And I feel like if a woman who doesn't have PCOS were to have sex without condoms or not being on birth control, I feel like they would have gotten pregnant in the 4.5 years that I haven't. So I really feel like maybe if I do really want to get pregnant, I'm going to have to take the plunge and go for like the medications that are given to women who have fertility struggles. Like I think it's Clomid, I think. But I've been using these ovulation test strips from a company called Pregmate, and I got a box of like 100. The box has 100 of these test strips, and then like 10 pregnancy strips. So I've been using this. So this cycle, on day 14, I did a test, an ovulation test, and I got a really strong line, like right away. So about 3 hours, a couple hours after I got that line, we did the baby dance, and then we did it the next 2 days. And then we did it on day 13 of my cycle. So the day before I tested, the day of testing, and then 2 days after. So we'll see. In the past, I've done these before, and there was always some hitch in our plan to try to conceive. Like, I get a strong line, and then my husband would be like, oh, I have a headache, or I have to do this, or I have a migraine, you know what I mean? There's always some hitch in our plans, and we never really did it on that day. Maybe we did sometimes, but yeah, I don't know, guys. When I got pregnant with my son, I believe I was taking a supplement called NAC, N-A-C, which is N-acetylcysteine. I'll link it below. But it's supposed to be for like insulin resistance. A lot of women with PCOS use it. And I just read that it was good for PCOS, and so I started using it back then. And I'm thinking that maybe that's how I did end up getting pregnant, because I was taking N-acetylcysteine and vitamin B complex. What else was I taking? Vitamin D, folic acid. I think that's it. So maybe those supplements helped. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just luck, because that can happen too. This time around, after I gave birth, I don't know, my stomach has just gotten so sensitive, like so extremely sensitive. I have so many stomach problems, and I am unable to take any kind of supplement. So that's another thing about if I really want to get pregnant and I decide to take the Pregmate or whatever, the fertility medications, there are, I'm worried that I'm going to get really sick from them or have some adverse side effects. That's what I'm worried about. So that's another thing that gives me pause about it. But yeah, I love children. I would love to have another baby, but I don't know if it's going to happen. So maybe I'll just keep trying, doing the baby dance when I get a positive result on the ovulation test strips. Oh, and that's another thing was that I read that the ovulation test strips aren't always accurate for somebody with PCOS, so maybe I should be a little skeptical about the positive results. Yeah, I don't know if any of you women with PCOS or without have any sort of tips for me, insights, just let me know. All right, that's it for this video. Okay, bye.